Hello students, class 12 physics, unit 4 electromagnetic induction and alternating current continuation video. Here in this video let me see the energy losses in a transformer. We know in our previous class we learnt about transformer. Transformer is a stationary device that can transform electric power from one circuit to another circuit. The transformer having the efficiency range that from from 96% to 99%. Okay, it does not attain 100%. It is due to the some factors that lead to energy losses in the transformer. Okay, here in this session let me see the what are the factors that lead to this energy loss. Okay, first one is core loss or iron loss. This loss take place in the core of the transformer. Okay, core of the transformer. Okay, the hysteresis loss and eddy current loss are called core losses. Hysteresis loss and eddy current loss are known as core loss. Okay, or it can be said as iron loss. See, first of all let me see a hysteresis loss. If the transformer core is repeatedly magnetized and demagnetized, then some amount of energy is dissipated, okay, in the form of heat. Then this loss is known as hysteresis loss. Okay, first one, hysteresis loss. This loss is developed due to the repeated magnetization and demagnetization of the transformer core. Repeated magnetization and demagnetization. Demagnetization of the transformer core. Due to this, some amount of energy is lost in the form of heat. Okay, energy lost in the form of heat. Okay, this loss can be minimized by using a steel of high content silicon. Okay, we can use the transformer core in the form of steel of high silicon content. Minimize. How to minimize? Using steel of high content silicon. Okay, then next one is that is eddy current loss. Okay, see, this loss also appear in the core of the transformer due to alternating magnetic flux in the core that induce an eddy current. Okay, in the core. This loss is due to alternating magnetic flux in the core of the transformer. Okay, due to this reason it produces an eddy current in it. Okay, then this eddy current will develop and heat. There is some energy loss in the transformer. Okay, this can be minimized by using a thin laminated transformer core. Okay, minimized by thin laminated transformer core. Okay, see, it is a easy one. First loss is our core loss or iron loss. Okay, here this one only taking place only in the core of the transformer. Okay, here hysteresis loss and eddy current loss are the core losses. Hysteresis loss is due to the repeated magnetization and demagnetization of the iron core. Okay, due to this loss, the energy is lost in the form of heat. Okay, this can be minimized by using a steel of high content silicon. Okay, we can make the transformer core by steel of high content silicon. Then eddy current loss, alternating magnetic flux in the core of the transformer. This is due to the alternating magnetic flux in the core of the transformer. Due to this, eddy current will flow. Due to the eddy current, there is energy loss in the form of heat. Okay, this can be minimized by thin laminated transformer core. Okay, the next one is copper loss. This loss take place in a transformer winding. Okay, this transformer winding having the electrical resistance. Okay, if suppose the current I is flowing through this winding, some energy is dissipated in the form of heat. Okay, dissipated in the form of heat. This is known as Joule heating effect. This energy loss is known as copper loss. Okay, this can be minimized by using a thick wire of larger diameter. Using thick wire of larger diameter. Okay, then last one is flux leakage. Okay, this will happen when the magnetic field lines of the primary coil is not completely linked with the secondary coil. Magnetic field lines of primary coil is not completely linked with the secondary coil. Okay, this loss can be minimized by winding the coil one over the other. Okay, minimized by winding the coil one over the other. Okay, see, here we seen three energy losses in a transformer. First one is core loss or iron loss, second one is copper loss, and third one is flux loss. In core loss that take place in the core of the transformer, that are two types. One is hysteresis loss, the second one is eddy current loss. In hysteresis loss, that is due to the repeated magnetization and demagnetization of the specimen. Okay, then that loss can be minimized by taking a suitable material that is made up of steel of high silicon content. Okay, the next one is eddy current loss. Then eddy current loss, that is due to the alternate magnetic flux in the core of the transformer. For that reason, it produces an eddy current in the transformer core. Due to that eddy current, there is some energy loss in the transformer. This can be minimized by thin laminated transformer core. Okay, then copper loss that are taking place in a transformer winding, that coil wire. Okay, if suppose I is a current flowing through the coil, some energy is dissipated in the form of heat. Okay, then this can be minimized by using thick wire of larger diameter. Okay, then the last one is flux loss. flux loss, the magnetic field line of the primary coil is not completely linked with the secondary coil. For this reason, there is some loss. Okay, this is minimized by winding the coil one over the other. Okay, then our next topic, advantages of AC in long distance power transmission. We know electric power are produced in a large scale at electric power plants that are placed in remote places, okay, by using AC generators. We need that electric power, so that electric powers are transmitted over long distance through the transmission line to reach our cities. This is known as power transmission. Okay, but there is some difficulty during the power transmission. Okay, there is some sizable fraction of power is lost due to Joule heating effect. Because see, suppose it is a power plant, power station. Okay, we need to transmit the power to a long distance. This is our city. We need to transmit this electric power from the power station through a long distance. It may be 1000 kilometers from this place to our city. Okay, so we need the wire. Okay, in that wire the current will flow, then it will be some loss, that is Joule heating effect. Okay, we know that is Joule heating effect, that is H is equal to I square RT, I square R. Okay, if suppose current increases, then the Joule heating loss also increases. Resistance increases, Joule heating also increases. Okay, here it is 100 kilometer long, so we know resistance is directly proportional to length of the wire. Okay, if length increases, resistance also increases. If resistance increases, the Joule heating also increases. So we can't achieve the power whatever we want. Okay, so in order to reduce the Joule heating loss, we need to decrease the current or resistance. Okay, in order to reduce the resistance, we need the wire that are thicker in diameter, but it may increase our cost of expense. Okay, so we can't decrease the resistance. Okay, but we have one more idea, that is we are transmitting the electric power that is in alternating manner. Okay, the main advantage of this alternating voltage is we can be stepped up or stepped down. Okay, here it is a power station. At that power station we are stepping up the voltage. We know using the step up transformer we can increase the voltage by decreasing the current. We need to decrease the current to reduce the heating loss. Okay, so we are increasing the voltage and by decreasing the current by the help of step up transformer. Okay, it is transmitted through a transmission line and then it will be consumed to our home with the help of step down transformer. Okay, here the step up transformer decrease the voltage and increasing the current. Okay, see, using the step up transformer we are increasing the voltage and decreasing the current and reducing the Joule heating loss. Okay, let me see a simple illustration. See, an electric power of 2 megawatt is transmitted to a place through a transmission line of total resistance R is equal to 40 ohm at two different voltages. One is lower voltage, that is 10 kilovolt, and the other is higher 100 kilovolt. Let us now calculate and compare the power loss in two cases. Okay, it is a easy one. See, they are given a power, that is P is equal to 2 megawatt, and then resistance of the transmission wire, that is R is equal to 40 ohm. Okay, then if suppose there are two voltages, that is lower voltage that is 10 kilovolt and the higher voltage that is 100 kilovolt. Okay, the question is compare the power loss in the two cases. Calculate and compare the power loss in two cases. Okay, we know power P is equal to voltage into current, then I is equal to P by V. Okay, first of all I am considering for the lower voltage. For that case 2 mega means 10 power 6. This one is 10 kilo means 10 power 3. After solving this we get 200 ampere. Okay, for this case current is 200 ampere. Then power loss, we know I square R. Okay, here the current I is equal to 200 square into 40. Then solving this we get 1.6 into 10 power of 6 watt. Okay, then let me see the percentage of power loss, that is equal to getted power, that is 1.6 into 10 power of 6 by applied power is 2 megawatt, 10 power 6. After solving this we get 80%. See, for this case for the lower voltage we transmitted, then the power loss is 80%. 80% of power is wasted in the form of heat. Okay, then next let me see the voltage, that is higher voltage 100 kilowatt. See, for this case we are increasing the voltage. Okay, so we know power P is equal to voltage into current, then I is equal to power by voltage, then it became 2 into 10 power of 6 by 100 into 10 power of 6. After solving this current I became 20 ampere. Okay, in the previous case that is 200 ampere, here current is 20 ampere. See the power loss, I square R. Okay, then the value of I is 20 square into R is 40. After solving this we get 0.016 into 10 power of 6 watt. Okay, then let me see the percentage of power loss, that is equal to getted power, that is getted power into 10 power 6 by applied power, that is 2 into 10 power of 6. Then solving this we get 0.8%. Okay, here there is less than 1% of power is lost. Okay, see, our major aim to reduce the power loss in long line transmission by increasing the voltage by decreasing the current. This is the only way to reduce the power loss in long line transmission. Okay, then let me go for the today's assignment. Here these are the questions from transformer and the long line transmission. Okay, here what are step up and step down transformer, this page number 228. Then mention the various energy losses in the transformer. You have to write the losses and what are the where the losses take place and how it what is the reason of that loss, then how it can be minimized. Okay, then give the advantage of AC in long distance power transmission with the illustration. You have to write one illustration. Okay, along with the notes. Then next explain the construction working of transformer. Okay, you have to add one more thing, that is principle. Explain the principle, construction and working of the transformer. Okay, in tomorrow's class let me see a new session, that is alternating current. Okay, thank you.